Hello, hello. Ari the Goddess here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Solitude may be significant. Maybe you may be in isolation right now. You may be choosing solitude right now to go within and embrace that inner divine and allowing the divine love. You're learning right now that you are sacred, that this is sacred, that who you are is sacred, and you're trusting in the divine love to guide you, in the divine guidance to guide you right now. Maybe this is a time that you're letting go of people, places, and things, and you're trusting in the divine right now to bring you, to put you into, to heal, to help you heal, so that you can bring forth the people who are in alignment with your higher self. You're removing any negative energy. You're healing the past. You're choosing to forgive yourself and others. You're choosing self-love. You're choosing how to have the compassion for that inner child. You're choosing to take care of that inner child. Or this is something that you may be guided to do, is to take care of that inner child. And if you don't know how to, setting the intention or asking the divine to divinely guide you on how to be kind to that inner child, or how to be kind within, or how to love and have compassion for that inner child and heal that inner child. But right now you're choosing forgiveness, and this is beautiful. You're choosing to forgive yourself and others. You're choosing to let go of the past. You're choosing to accept as you heal. You're choosing to accept. You're learning that the past isn't, you're learning that the past has brought you here. And with the divine's love, you have gotten out of so many obstacles and circumstances. And maybe that is something that you're also doing as well. Is you're learning how to raise your vibration. You're learning how to be grateful and thankful for what is going on in your life. Or maybe this is something that you're being divinely guided to do. To accept the past and to let it go. And to learn from it. And to be filled with gratitude with it. And knowing that the divine will help you within this journey and will take care of your deepest longings. You may be struggling with forgiveness. And as you ask the divine, you're able to know, you ask the divine to help you and guide you to take care of these deep longings, so that you can invite the divine plan and the divine love in your life. Surrender. Wow. So maybe you have surrender, or maybe you're being divinely guided to surrender. Wow. Or maybe you're being with expansiveness, freedom, and worth, because you are expanding and you're breaking free, and you're learning your worth. You're learning that you are worthy. You're learning that you have been worthy to belong all along. No matter what you have told yourself, no matter what anyone else has told you who you are, or have tried to tell you who you are, you're learning that you have been worthy all along. Wow, with the awakening that just came out as well. You have awakeness, or you are awakening to this truth. As you invite divine love in and surrender, you're expanding and you're breaking free for the past belief, the past beliefs, old habits, people, places, and things, and you're realizing your worth, and you're awakening to the truth about who you are. Wow. You're realizing that you realize how abundant you are, how powerful and unique and extraordinary you are. You're learning how easy it is for you to receive, and that you're deserving to receive what is for you. You're letting go of the ego's plan, and you're inviting the divine's plan in. Wow. You're expanding. You're breaking free. You're learning. You're unlocking truth about who you are, your worth. You're no longer chasing after anything. You're trusting that through the divine, the people, places, and things will arrive at the time that is needed, without anything being forced. You're trusting in divine timing. You're relying on the divine. You are allowing the source, the divine source, or whatever your source may be in this time. It could be God, higher self, source, divine. Signs. You have been getting signs. What are the signs that you have been getting? Instincts. Or maybe trusting in your instincts right now. Right now. Divine is wanting you to trust in these signs right now. Trust in your instincts right now. Trust in this healing right now. Trust in source, wow, right now. Because you have been getting signs. Maybe it's something that you don't believe in, but maybe you've been getting signs, and maybe the divine is wanting you to trust in this right now. And to know that you are loved and you are supported in this time. And that any healing, anything that you want to come, it will come. With divine abundance that just came out. So maybe recently you may have chosen to do more self-love, with the extraordinary on the bottom of the deck. Wow. Maybe, yeah, you're learning the truth about who you are. It's someone who has really went within and chose to isolate. You chose to now, this may have been something in the past, and this may be for someone right now. You may have chosen in the past, wow, maybe everything was trending. Everyone around you was, trying to do the trending things. You may have chosen to go within, and you may have chosen to choose solitude in that time, and to choose the divine love and the divine healing. Or maybe this is being divinely guided right now to choose that solitude. To choose that solitude so that you can embrace that inner divine. And you're learning. You're unlocking and you're learning from the past. You're unlocking and learning how extraordinary and unique you are, how limitless you are. You're learning how to have this interconnection with the divine and trust in your intuition. You've been sitting still and you've been meditating, you've been asking the questions, you've been using discernment, and you've been wanting to find the answers about who you are, and about your journey. You're learning that you're not restricted, that you're not limited. Or maybe someone is needing to know that you don't have to restrict yourself, that you are limited. Right now, also, a lot of emotions may be coming up right now, especially with this full moon. So a lot of emotions may be coming up, and as you feel them, as you feel them, and as you may go within and see what may be causing them, seeing what the root may be. And, also gaining the different perspective of it may be significant for you as they come up. As these emotions come up. And they're being released. You're learning how to not only release them, but, feel it as they be released, Instead of ignoring it, you're allowing yourself this time to actually feel them so that they can no longer hold you captive. Wow, internet connection. I just said this. So as you go within and you use discernment and you ask the questions, you set intentions and you meditate, you're able to bring forth the medicine of togetherness with you and the divine. And as you're able to do this, the divine is unlocking so many truths about you and who you are. Who you are, how abundant you are, how loving you are, how worthy you are, how full of love you are, how talented you are, how creative you are. And as you learn how creative you are, you're able to see all the potential that you have. And the divine brings you forth and you're being sent many synchronicities, or this may be something that may happen, may have happened, or may happen, or may be happening. You're getting many synchronicities. Of your potential. Of all potentialities. Because the divine is open in the way of truth. You're being open to the way of truth. And for those, maybe you have reached another level and you're learning how to use all of what you went through within this isolation, within this solitude, and now you've learned how creative you are. You gained the interconnection of who you are. You've learned your worth. You learned, how extraordinary and unique and loving and kind you are, and you're trusting in what went on within is being shown outwardly, and you're learning how to shine your power unreservedly, or you're being divinely guided to shine your power unreservedly. Water may be significant. Water may be significant. Maybe you drinking more water. Maybe you are being divinely guided to be by water. Sit in nature and be by water. I said in one message to be like water. I said that one in one of the messages. Water, it flows. It doesn't create any resistance. It just flows. And right now, this is something that you may be learning to not resist. You're learning to stop resisting, and you're learning to let the divine. With emotions and the male principle card. Emotions in the male principle card is here. So there's someone who may be going through solitude right now, and this is what you are learning. You're learning that you're divine love. You're learning how to surrender. You're learning that you are expanding and that you are breaking free and and that you are worthy. You're awakening to this truth, and you're trusting the signs right now with divine abundance. And for someone who may have went through this already, this isolation, this solitude, you have learned that you are divine love. You have surrendered. And the beautiful thing about it is what you have done inwardly, you are also learning to do that outwardly as well. So as you went within and learned divine love and learned how to surrender and learned that to allow yourself to expand and break free and learn your worth. And as you've awakened to that truth and trust the signs, you're able to do that right now. Wow. With that right now card. With divine abundance. Wow. And you're learning and you're shining your power unreservedly. This is beautiful. You're knowing that with this internet connection with the divine, that your deepest longing. I told you. There go the stuttering, y'all. There go that stuttering. It's been on a couple of my videos lately, but I'm going to keep going. But you're learning that the divine, and you're learning that your deepest longings through the divine will be met. You're trusting in the signs. You're trusting because your healing is proof that everything will be okay. Your healing is proof of divine source. Your healing alone, your healing is the proof of what can be done outwardly. For many divine feminines, you have learned more about your cycle, or you being divinely guided to learn more about your cycle. Maybe it's the things that you eat around that time. Oh, I spoke of this before, actually. Okay, that's probably where that's going, because especially because it is a full moon. I've spoken of how when I was in I've spoken of how when I was in isolation, how I knew it was time for me to just be in solitude, and not at the time. I learned this over time, that it was a time for me to heal. It was a time for me to, release, let go. Everything that I just spoke of about the divine love, surrendering, expanding, breaking free, learning your worth, awakening, the signs, trusting in the signs, and the divine abundance and healing, self-love. When I was in that process, I learned, and this may be personal but this is very much needed, because this may be for someone as well that who is needing it. But I had learned that I was full. I couldn't do anymore. I had to empty and I know it may sound backwards, because you want to fill your cup up. Does that make sense? We speak of filling our cups up, but I was too full, if that makes sense. And I compared it to, over time I ended up comparing it to the full moon, of how I was full. I couldn't do any more teaching. I couldn't do any more, it was just, I was full, and it was a lot that needed to be released. I'm speaking this in another aspect other than, our cup needs to be full. I was empty, but I was full, if that makes sense. I explained it so much better in a previous video. I think I was speaking of, that was the video I was speaking about new beginnings. So it may be something about new beginnings on there. But I was just speaking about how full, I knew it wasn't a time for me to speak. I knew it wasn't a time for me. It was a time to go in and really heal. It was a time to really go within and, let go. This is how I was able to, learn who the divine has wanted me to know I was all along. And that's why I paid attention to my cycle around. I've always been a person to pay attention to that, but in this time it was way more deeper and way more in depth. And that's something I learned. I was full. It wasn't time. This how I learned that that time was for me to learn and grow and unlock and heal and choose that solitude and that self-love and self-care. And maybe that is something, maybe, I'm just speaking from experience, but maybe you may find yourself full around this time. You may find yourself super, super full, that you have nothing else to give. I think I am saying it right. But you want to be full. I'm not sure if I'm trying to confuse that or not. I'm not doing that on purpose. So what is the saying? Your cup empty. If your cup empty, how are you going to give to someone else? But it sounds so backwards because I'm speaking of a full moon and I'm saying that I was full. I explained it so well in a previous video, right? And I will explain it even more in other videos. Right now, I'm not sure what's going on with that or why it's going blank like that. But that is definitely for someone, you know, just paying attention to this time and knowing that this is the time of healing. This is a time of going within. This is a time of solitude and isolation and really choosing, you know, the divine love in this time. Wow, there we go. All right, so let me see if I can do this right. You know how I've spoken of the full moon, okay, the cycle, right? And the cycle, the full moon is a time of releasing and letting go. And, you know how the new moon is new beginnings, you're able to feel new beginnings and, you know, things like that. But as the full moon, you're closing out cycles, you're letting go, you're releasing. Okay, so that's what I learned for myself as well when it came to my cycle, my actual cycle. You know, the moon has cycles, but when it came to my actual cycle, I learned that it would come around the full moon time, and it did that for a very long time. And I had learned that was me releasing, that was me letting go, that was me, choosing divine love, surrendering, learning my worth, awakening, things like that. That is very personal, but I really do believe that is for someone. So I'll let that go. I really hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense for someone. Sending you so much love and light. I really hope that this message resonated. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.